Cool.
So here we are on the Isle of Coll in the Hebrides, and we've been doing a bit of beach combing this week, and we've collected a lot of items from the fishing industry, but it's not the local fishing industry. These items are long haul litter, and they've actually been carried across the Atlantic to wash up on our shores. So for example, here we've got a few items that are used in the long line fishing industry, out in the Atlantic, where they're fishing for big fish, tuna and swordfish and the like. So these here are foam, pieces of foam that are used in long line baskets. This is where the long lines with all the hooks are stored, and the hooks are actually hooked into the foam to keep them tidy. We've got some light sticks. These are used on the long lines as lures. You crack them and shake them and they glow in the dark, so they're lures for the fish that they're after. And we've also got a fishing buoy which is attached to the long line and helps to keep it afloat at the right height in the sea. We've also found an octopus pot, and octopus are fished in the Gulf of Mexico, and these pots are used to catch them. Octopus like to hide inside small crevices and holes, and this has been carried across here in the Gulf Stream. It might even have come from North Africa, because the same pots are used in Morocco, and occasionally those pots are carried right across the Atlantic to the Caribbean, where the circulation of the currents carry them around there before they get picked up in the Gulf Stream and carried back across the Atlantic to our shores. So could have been on an incredibly long journey.
Something else we've found is a lot of kit from the American crab and lobster fishery. These stick buoys are used as markers to mark pots, what we call pots, they call them traps, and these are the markers they use. They're normally coloured, they're often got numbers or branding put on them, so the boats know who they belong to, and the fisheries officers also know who they belong to. Something else the fisheries have to do is to have all of their traps tagged. So each trap has one of these tags put on it, and they have the year of the license issue. These unfortunately are just snipped off at the end of every season, and lots of them end up in the sea. This one says DFO 01 Newfoundland. So this is a 2001 lobster tag from Newfoundland that's been discarded in the sea after it's been used. Something else we have are parts of traps. This is a funnel of a American spiny lobster trap, or crawfish as we call it. This is the trap funnel of the Florida stone crab traps, and this little tiny thing looks like a domino is the latch that holds the trap lid in place. Something else we find a lot of are these escape hatches. These are put at the end of each American pot, and the hole is made so juvenile lobsters can escape to stop the larger lobsters predating them. They're attached with metal rings, so when they rust, this falls off, so the trap can't ghost fish, so it can't carry on catching lobsters. Something else we find frequently are these Scotty pots. To stop small animals like isopods and tiny fish eating the bait, they stuff cuttlefish and squid and fish into these pots, do the lid up, and then they dangle inside the pot, so all the scent comes out of the little tiny holes. They're often a good place to find small isopods and exotic shells growing inside them. Scotty pots.